Okay, we are 5 days out. Bodybuilding show. It is Sunday. I'm going to start my meal prep for the week. It's going to kind of be day by day. So today starts the depletion, right? So we will do less food, less carbs for sure. So I'm just going to get some chicken ready for the week. How I typically like to do it is I just trim the excess fat to make the chicken even leaner. And lately I just crock pot it. It's just easier. It's simple. I don't have to like worry about sitting there and cooking it. These are massive. We got a couple questions from Instagram. One is when you cut, you feel weak and small, right? So it is very obvious, in my opinion, if you gain 10 pounds, how you look versus if you lose 10 pounds. So if you lose 10 pounds, typically it's going to be a lot of water, maybe at first, and some body fat. But if you lose roughly 10 pounds just in general, you look bigger. I've always said that. It always looks like it. As soon as someone like cuts down and let's say they're 225 pounds and ideally they should probably be around 200, that first 10 pounds, they really start to look better. So in your head, you might feel a little smaller, but that's kind of just, that's a more of a mental thing. Typically you do look better. That's why taking photos helps maybe once a week. I weigh myself daily, but so the plan for today, 5 days out, I woke up around 5-ish. My wife's going to do a 10K right now, so she's probably about to start running. Gonna prep some food, kind of have a slower Sunday, which is nice. We're gonna prep some food. My girls are gonna do my nails. They like doing my toenails. They're sitting behind me right now eating breakfast, being quiet and being awesome. They're not gonna be on here because I don't like to share them with you guys. Not gonna be on the internet for a while, right, girls? So they're gonna do my toenails today, and maybe my fingernails, or maybe just my toenails. They haven't decided yet. I guess we'll see. We're gonna get some stuff ready for Mother's Day because that's also coming up right after the show. Do some stuff around the house. My energy is probably gonna be a little bit lower. I'm already starving, and I don't like to have my first meal till about 9. So I have about an hour and a half, and the meal's really small. So that's just part of the process this week, right? You're just going to be a little bit more hungrier, probably a little bit more aggravated, but it's just kind of got to roll with the punches and I just keep telling myself, I'm just getting leaner. I'm just getting leaner. I'm just looking better. So that's the plan for today. Prep some food. I'm going to train a client and then I'm going to train some legs. It's going to be my leg depletion day. So just kind of a lighter leg workout. I'll get some of that filmed as well. And then I can show you guys my meals as I go as well, just to kind of give you a little bit of insight 5 days out. Feel really good. Woke up at 177.6 this morning, which is about a pound heavier than my lightest all prep. So after this depletion, I'd imagine I might be into the 175s. We'll see. It's 3 days of depletion, and then the carb up starts Wednesday. So gonna get started on cooking this chicken. Gonna get some rice going. Yeah, we'll check back in with meal 1. Okay, so meal 1, about 9 o'clock. Very little amount of oats, some fruit, honey, and then instead of protein powder, I do a little bit of chicken, just stomach-wise. It's easier for me to process. Have this, go train a client, and then I'll see you guys back at meal 2. Okay, meal number 2, chicken, broccoli, still salting a little bit of condiments, just probably half what I normally use, if you can believe that or not. I had a question. How do I feel 5 days out now compared to last time? I feel a little bit better. I'm starting to crash a little bit throughout the day just because just don't have a lot of food. I'm still trying to do stuff. So just kind of close my eyes for a little bit. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to walk for like 10 or 15 minutes, kind of get my blood going, take some pre-workout, and then go train legs with my wife. So hopefully that kind of gives me a little bit of energy and then kind of delays that next meal. What I really want is these chicken tenders over here that my daughter had. These look really good, but I'm going to stop staring at those. But yeah, I do feel this end of this prep is better than the last one. I'm just kind of in the thick of it right now with this depletion. So just going to keep chipping away. See you at the gym. Okay, meal 3. It is about 4 o'clock. Be some rice, avocado, chicken. By far my favorite meal. Good to get some rice and finally some carbs. Gonna get moving after this. Go for a 10-20 minute walk. I'm gonna kind of monitor my steps. So she doesn't want me taking too many. She wants 10,000. She wants 10,000 today. I'm at 7,500, but so I hit that 10, maybe 12,000 mark. She wants me around 10, but I just feel better moving, especially after a meal. Question was, why am I competing so soon after I just did a show, say less than 4 weeks ago? The goal was to do this show May 10th. I found that Mid-Illinois NPC show, and I just decided to be a warm-up show. Wasn't even sure if I was going to be ready, but I wanted to just get as close as I could to being stage ready for that show, knowing that the main goal is May 10th. We came in really ready. Wasn't almost stopped after that show and just decided to just be done. But kind of got some momentum from that show. Felt really good after the show. So this show is supposed to be bigger and more competitive. And that's what I wanted. So that's why I decided to do that show in general. But this was the main show because it is a bigger show. But after this, yeah, I'll be done. No nationals for me. Just want to do this show and relax. So this is meal 3. Gonna have this and then be back for meal 4. Thanks. Okay, last 4th meal: rice, turkey, spinach. A little less rice because of the depletion. Started eating it. Forgot to mention it. One more meal. Okay, meal 5. It's almost 8:30. Got some banana, honey, some chicken. I was having rice cakes. Don't get those anymore because I'm in the deficit. I've always been in a deficit. Leaning out harder. I don't know. My brain stopped working. Yeah, we're in the hard part of the cut before the carb up. So no more rice cakes. I did get a question about how to prep for a men's physique show. Physique is board shorts. For those, a little more familiar with that. So there's classic physique, there's all this stuff. Board shorts, essentially, division. How to prep. Get a coach. Makes things a lot easier. You don't want to be prepping, brain fog, trying to figure out how to do it yourself. Unless you have a ton of knowledge on it, it's easier to hire a coach, get the knowledge, and then you can tweak things and maybe do it yourself on another prep. But my first thing when I want to do this, I wanted to hire someone to think for me, and that's what I did. So I always suggest a really good coach. If not, do your research a lot. Obviously, fit the criteria and the category. You don't need to be overly hard. You don't need to be overly lean. You don't need to be overly vascular. You still need some leg development. You still need, obviously, upper body size and leanness, but fit the category that you're doing. As a judge, we see it all the time. People kind of go too far, where they feel like, okay, that's a bodybuilder. That's not a physique guy. So fit the category you're doing. Hire a coach. Those are my two kind of things I would suggest. 2 more days left of this cut. I'll probably update you guys later in the week. And when I get some carbs and some, maybe Thursday when I'm like 2 days out, whatever, I'll get some energy into my brain, whatever, and give you guys a little bit more of an update, as I just kind of want to focus on getting this cut over with. I know this week I'll probably be a little bit more absent, just kind of my head down for the first few days here and grind while this this hard push. And then I'm probably going to do a DEXA scan Tuesday. I was 6.8% fat with about 12 pounds of body fat on me. So I'm curious what that's going to be. And the hardest part of my cut will be about Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll introduce carbs back in. So right around that, I'm going to try to go do a DEXA scan and give you guys the results. So I'm going to eat this, watch a little TV, go to bed. Okay, bye.